In every age, human beings have told stories about love, beauty, and desire. These stories are not just entertainment. They are mirrors, teaching us lessons about who we are, what we value, and the dangers we face when our hearts go astray. One of the most haunting of these stories comes from ancient Greece. It is the story of Echo and Narcissus. On the surface, it is a tale of a girl who could not speak freely, and a boy so beautiful he fell in love with his own reflection. But if you listen closely, it is also a story about the way love can consume us, the way pride blinds us, and the way obsession destroys us. Today, we will walk through this myth step by step. We will not only hear the tragedy of Echo and Narcissus, but also uncover the deeper lessons that still echo through our world. Let's begin with Echo. Echo was a mountain nymph, a spirit of the woods and valleys. She was known for her beauty, but even more for her voice. Her words poured out like music. Her laughter carried across hills. Her stories flowed endlessly, enchanting anyone who listened. But Echo's voice, her greatest gift, soon became her greatest curse. The gods of Olympus, as you may know, were not always faithful. Zeus, the king of the gods, often wandered among mortals, chasing after women. Hera, his wife, was suspicious and jealous, constantly searching for him. And Echo? She became an accomplice in Zeus's games. Whenever Hera came down to catch Zeus, Echo distracted her. She spoke and spoke, weaving stories and gossip, keeping Hera busy until Zeus slipped away. For a time it worked, but Hera was no fool. She soon realized that Echo was helping her unfaithful husband. Her anger was swift and merciless. "You love your voice so much," Hera declared, "then I shall leave you with only a shadow of it. You will no longer speak freely. You will only be able to repeat the last words spoken to you." It was a cruel punishment. Echo could still hear. She could still repeat, but she could never again speak her own thoughts, confess her own feelings, or say her own words. Her freedom was gone. Her heart was silenced. And so Echo wandered the woods, lonely, unable to express herself, trapped in a prison made of sound. Now we turn to Narcissus. Narcissus was the son of the river god Cephissus and the nymph Liriope. From the moment of his birth, it was clear that he was no ordinary child. His face shone with beauty. His features were perfect. When Narcissus was young, a blind prophet named Tiresias gave a prophecy. This boy will live a long life, so long as he never knows himself. It was a strange warning, but the years went on, and Narcissus grew into a man of breathtaking beauty. His skin glowed like ivory. His dark hair shimmered in the sunlight. His eyes were bright, like the reflection of the sky and water. Everywhere he went, people fell in love with him. Men and women alike longed for his affection. But Narcissus was cold and arrogant. He rejected them all. He believed no one was worthy of him. One day, as he hunted in the forest, Echo saw him. Her heart leapt. Here was a man so striking, so perfect, that she was drawn to him instantly. She longed to speak to him, to pour out her heart, to tell him how she felt. "Touch me." Her heart broke. She fled into the woods, hiding in shame. Over time, her body withered away. Her form disappeared, until all that remained was her voice. And so, even today, when you call out in the mountains, Echo answers, forever repeating what you say, but never speaking her own words. After rejecting Echo, Narcissus continued his life, proud and heartless. But fate had not forgotten him. One afternoon, he wandered through the forest alone. The sun was high, and the air was warm. He was thirsty and tired. Eventually, he came upon a pool of water, hidden, still, and perfectly clear. He knelt to drink, but when he leaned over the water, he saw something that made him freeze. There, in the pool, was the face of a figure so beautiful, so radiant, that Narcissus felt his heart leap. The eyes shone like stars, the lips curved with grace, the skin glowed like marble. He had never seen such perfection. But what he did not realize, what he could not understand, was that the face was only his own reflection. Yet Narcissus fell in love. He whispered, "Stay with me." The pool whispered back, "With me." He reached down to kiss the figure, but the water rippled and the image vanished. He gasped, waited, and soon the reflection returned. Again, he tried to embrace it, and again, it slipped away. Day after day, Narcissus sat by the pool, gazing into the water, consumed by love for himself. He could not eat, he could not sleep, he could not leave. His obsession grew until it consumed him completely. The gods, watching, took pity, or perhaps they saw it as justice. They transformed Narcissus into a flower, the delicate Narcissus bloom, with white and yellow petals that still grows beside rivers and pools, forever bending toward its reflection. The lessons of Echo and Narcissus, 12 to 1500 hours. The story of Echo and Narcissus may be thousands of years old, but it still speaks to us today. Echo represents those who lose themselves in love. She wanted so desperately to be loved that she gave up her voice, her identity, and her self-expression. Many of us know this feeling, when we bend too much for someone who does not value us, when we silence ourselves to please another. Narcissus represents the other extreme, those who love only themselves. He could not see the hearts of others. His pride and vanity blinded him until all he could see was his own image. Both characters teach us the dangers of imbalance. Too much dependence and you lose yourself. Too much self-obsession and you end up alone. Even the word narcissism comes from this myth. In psychology today, a narcissist is someone consumed with self-love, unable to care for others. But here's the truth. Real love is not obsession. It is not pride. It is not silence. Real love is balance between self and other, between giving and receiving, between listening and speaking. The myth of Echo and Narcissus reminds us to guard against losing ourselves in unhealthy love and to avoid falling into the trap of loving only ourselves. So the next time you stand by still water and see your reflection, remember this story. Remember Echo's voice, faint but eternal. Remember Narcissus, trapped by his own pride. And ask yourself, do you love with balance? Do you listen to others while keeping your own voice? Do you look beyond your own reflection to see the people who stand before you? These are the timeless questions hidden in this myth. Sparkles, thank you for joining me on this journey into Greek mythology. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we'll continue exploring the stories that shaped history, culture, and the human heart.